Hi, this is Jeremy Kellett, host of the Oakley podcast and director of recruiting here at Oakley Trucking. The following interview is non-scripted and impromptu of a driver we pulled into the office straight from the yard. With no prior knowledge and no preparation for this interview, we think it's important you hear firsthand the response he has to his career here at Oakley. What made you come over to Oakley?
A buddy.
Oh, yeah?
I had a buddy I worked with in this oil field group, and he came to Oakley, and he had been talking with us, or talking to me about it, and sat down with him, showed me the numbers, and talked to me about it, told me how great a company it was. And
Who is this? Who's your
his
friend?
name is Sam Montaigne.
Oh, Sam Montaigne recruit.
Yep, Sam Montaigne.
Sam is well known around here.
He's a legend in his own mind.
I know it. He's a good dude. I just talked to him the other day and was telling him we were coming over here, and he was mad because he wasn't going to be part of it. He was last year when we did it. Took some guys out to eat over here. He was part of it. So Sam is a good recruiter for us. So
he's a good guy.
So you sat down with him, and
he came to the house, talked to me and the wife about it, answered every question that we possibly could ask him, and he was just up front. He showed everything, settlements to whatever you had.
And that convinced you.
It helped me make a sound decision. You know, I was ready to come, but we needed to talk the wife into it.
Did you have to buy a truck?
I did buy a truck. Bought it from Bruckner's in Oklahoma City.
So you did have to talk the wife into it.
Mm-hmm. And it's been a great decision.
Has it?
I haven't regretted one moment of it.
So tell me about that.
Coming into, a company driver to an owner-operator is very scary, but the buying process, I had a great salesman. His name was Lance Francis, and that was extremely, buying anything is nerve-wracking. That was smooth. I thought, man, okay, that was smooth. And then talking to Dustin and recruiting, that weren't really smooth. And, everything goes smooth, you think something has got to give. Called, went to recruiting, and Mr. Randolph, just a wonderful person. Love that guy.
Yeah.
Recruiting was great. And then starting off, I've talked to several owner operators out here. Great people, help you out, have any question, they'll answer it. And it's just all fell into place. And so for me, becoming an owner operator has been, I should have done it sooner. Yeah. But I haven't had any hiccups.
That you said something about it being scary, the initial part, going from company driver. That's where a lot of people have that, making that decision is tough.
Buying a truck and putting down some money, and especially, getting laid off, and it's like, hey, I'm laid off, you need to save money. Hey, let's go buy a truck, you know? So you hope it works out, and everything just panned out perfect.
So tell me about the money part of it. That's what most people want to hear.
Money,
just like you had Sam show you
his settlements.
On settlement. So tell us about the money part of it.
The very beginning, you kind of think, because you're just starting out, you're learning your game. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. And you learn how you're faster, you're quicker. And the money it falls into place. It all works itself out. But the money, I got my first settlement. I was like, I don't know, And my wife said, give it time. You're just learning. And as I got better, the settlements come in every Friday. I thought, my word, this is amazing. The money is just, it's been great. I'm making more money than I made as a company driver, bringing home. I'm making more monthly. Of course, you do have expenses going out, but still with that, I'm still making more money than I made as a company driver hauling oil. So I'm making enough to pay my bills, put some in savings, pay my taxes, and do maintenance on my truck. What more can a guy ask?
What does the wife say now?
You going to work?
So she's over the scared part now?
Over the scared part, and I'd say about 2 weeks ago, I took a week off. And it's the first vacation I ever have been with my family. And we went to Galveston, and I was able to afford that and take a week off and get back in the truck and not have to worry about anything.
Isn't that a great feeling?
I've never been able to do that before. So
that's just a good feeling when you've got a little money, you can go enjoy a week off with your family.
And don't have to think about it. You can actually enjoy your family, the vacation. You're not stressed over bills or, man, I'm missing out on this and that. I just had a great time. And it's the first time with any job that I've ever been able to relax.
What kind of truck did you get?
I got a 2017 Volvo 730.
And what made you pick that truck?
Prior to talking with Dustin, I looked at any advice that everybody that has given me, shop around. Look at every truck on the market that was possibly out there. And I just couldn't find that right one. You know, you'll feel it when you find it. And Lance, I had a good friend of mine. He went to high school with Lance, and he hooked me up with Lance. I got to talking with him and researched Volvo Mac, and he said, man, I think I have a truck that you might like. So we drove up to Tulsa here, to the Bruckners here at Tulsa. He showed me a truck come from Melton, and I drove it, fell in love with it, did some more research, called him and said, it's the one, I've got to have it.
Awesome. And
the deal was just, everything fell into place. It was the one.
Yeah.
And I haven't regretted it ever since.
That's great, man. That's a good story, you know, to be able to find a good truck, find a good job, and ready for the future, because hey, you got a long career ahead of you, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I mean, you're a pretty young man.
40 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Not too young, but I'll be here as long as I can, as long as my arms and legs still work.
So give people an insight on maybe dispatch, how dispatch works at Oakley Trucking and how you think it is.
Dispatch at the very first was nerve-wracking, you know, getting to know your dispatcher and his personality, and he's getting to know you. But Seth was my first dispatcher because my dispatcher was in training. Right. And Seth is a very personable person. He's a really good guy. I love talking to that guy. But he would help you. Dispatch, they help you. You ask questions, they'll answer it. They help me along the way, and then he says, hey, Kyle's out on his own. You're going to get Mr. Kyle. Me and Kyle, we mesh so perfect. You call in, let him know you're ready to go. He's got you a load. And just communication is the key. Keep your dispatcher informed where you're at, what you're doing, your time frames, kind of give him a good ballpark figure. And he'll have you rolling. And if you're good to him, he's good to you. They're real personable people, just great people to talk with, and it's been really good for me.
Was there, you know, a lot of people worry about the initial learning the bulk business because our training is not very good here, Corbin. So how were you trained to do a hopper bottom?
Randolph in recruiting, he shows you everything you need to know about what trailer you're going to be pulling and gives you a general idea of how to operate this thing. And your first load out, they usually put you with another driver that shows you the ins and outs, how to work things. If you have any questions, you can call him. But again, Sam recruited me, so we're friends. I've got his number, and I've called him, I bet you, 1 billion times, and he answers it. So if you got get a number, if you have questions, call a guy.
Have you made some good friends here?
I've made everybody I've met that I consider a friend.
Really?
They're just, I haven't met a bad person yet. Everybody's just awesome.
Yeah, we got some good owner operators here.
Yes.
So,
but training-wise, it's be a man, learn it, be safe. If you have a question, call somebody. If there's another driver out there, ask him or her, and they'll be more than willing to help you. That's all it is. It's just use your head.
Yeah, I think that's a good point because a lot of people think that they don't want to help, you know, but most of our guys are they're
willing to help.
They want you to do it right, you know, because they see the big picture. We're all in this together.
We are.
I don't need new man Corbin messing up this customer because I come in there all the time.
I come in here all the time. I don't need him on me. So we got to do this right the first time.
Yeah,
I've ran into everybody that I've asked questions has been more than willing to help.
That's awesome.
So,
anything else you'd like to add to your story at Oakley Trucking?
Well, if you're thinking about it, don't think anymore. Give a guy a call, and you won't be disappointed. I mean, that's all I can say.
Wow.
It's a great experience. I
That's
love
it.
it.
That's awesome. Appreciate you, man.
Yes,
That
sir.
was good.